Hi, hello and welcome. My name is Jillian. As you can see on the video caption, where is Prophet Feyi Daniels? Today I want to talk about Prophet Feyi Daniels because he has been missing in action. And I believe this is an update that we all need because Prophet Feyi Daniels has been very instrumental on social media and other platforms like we already know. Now, this is what I have to tell you today. If you come to this platform to watch videos, please do so with an open mind. I do not have monopoly of knowledge or anything. So I urge you to watch our videos here with an open mind. And if for any reason you have any comments to make or any contributions to make, that is very welcome. You can make use of the comment section. Now, back to the video. Where is Prophet Feyi Daniels? This update, I think it is high time I brought it out to you. Now, before we continue or before we delve into the video proper, I'd need for us to briefly introduce Bishop Feyi Daniels to us. I understand that he is the founder and general overseer of the Irene Christian Ministries in Lagos, Nigeria. I also understand that he is a tele-evangelist, a preacher of the word of God, a man called by God and who is answering the call of God. I also understand that Bishop Feyi is a philanthropist who, through his giving, has invested in and improved the life of some of his Christians in and around the world. So now, just for the sake of clarity, I'd like you to watch the little video that I took from his page, which is titled The Biography of Feyi Daniels. So you get to see and understand firsthand who Bishop Feyi Daniels is. And then from then onwards, we're going to continue the video.
He was born in Jericho Hospital, Ibadan. Grew up in Lagos, Ogba Ikeja axis. Got born again 1991 at Seventh Days Adventist Church, Ogba. He had an encounter with the Lord when he was about 11 years old. He was sick and hospitalized in Maryland in Lagos. The doctor had given up on him. They said the best that would happen is that he would be a dummy or his brain would not work well. His head was swollen to about 2 times its normal size. The Lord walked into his room as an embodiment of light and pointed his finger at his head. Light went through it and he was restored immediately. That was his first supernatural encounter at the age of 11. That shaped many things in his life and he began to ask a lot of questions even as a young child. His early Christian life was awesome. He started learning to recite the scriptures at a very young age. At the age of 8 upwards, he was reciting whole chapters of the Bible. He could recite some books of the Bible, some books with 4 chapters, 5 chapters. His great inspiration when it comes to Bible recitation was his children's department teacher and his mother. they played a major role in that. He comes from a background of ministry that is eschatological in nature, where he learned a lot about eschatology and Bible history. He also learned a lot about prophecies. By that, I mean Bible prophecies. From that time, his foundation as a Christian had to do with a lot of Bible histories. Why this is this, why that is that. From there, he evolved into the new creation setting, where he was thoroughly cooked with Pastor Chris's messages. Afterwards, he took lots of Bible courses in Bible teachings and theology and the likes. All of this shaped and formed the strong teaching grace we see in him today. He's a man of many books. He loves to read wide. He loves to question religion and question things generally. That is how his teaching grace came to be. And right in the mid-90s, he was given to the work of ministry. He had several encounters where invited ministers would point to him and tell him, "You are called to be a man of God. You are called to do the work of ministry." In the mid-90s, he stepped into the work of ministry and was given to it. As a young businessman and a pastor, he began to search for more of God. He has always said he doesn't want to be a Christian that is just like every other person. He tells the story of how his pastors in his early days of Christianity were victimized by demons, and he had told himself that if this is the kind of Christianity he would live and experience, then he would rather not be one. For him, he chose not to be a hypocrite. It's either he works or he works. This led to his decision to start visiting prayer mountains from the mid-2000s. At that time, he was a minister and a businessman. In one of his visits to the mountains, he met people that spoke about the history of CAC, spoke about Ayo Babalola, spoke about Babajide. That was how his journey to meeting the great patriarch started. This shaped him in so many ways, especially in the prophetic and in fervent prayer life. Soon after that, in his 7 hours vision, the Lord delivered to him the dominion mandate and all it would be about. Within 24 to 48 hours from then, 3 other people confirmed the mandate. He had a clear mandate and a clear vision of what he was going to run with and what he was going to do. The Lord told him his first point of call would be missions. He started out with missions to Ghana, Ivory Coast, and other areas. Soon after, he reconnected with an old colleague, customer, and a friend to a friend, which now happens to be his wife. The Lord told him his wife would come on the job, and she came. He met his wife and shared the vision with her. They dated for a short time, about 82 days, and they got married. He has been blessed with children, signs and wonders, and a beautiful life. Bishop would always say, "I don't quarrel with my wife. We have never had a fight," and that there is the reality of his marriage. The call of God had been there from a young age, but it came specifically on a 21-day fasting and prayer on a mountain called Idoile in Ekiti. On 14th of June 2011, in an open vision in the night, the name of the work appeared before him, and all that will be done for the next 35 years was laid down before him. The vision was for 7 hours with so many angelic activities. The mandate was given, and the Lord said to him, "Now is the time to restore and enforce the dominion mandate. Now is the time to restore humanity to the position of rulership where they reign in life." He saw a picture of a group of people who were Christians, downtrodden, who were victims of circumstances and at the mercy of sicknesses. He also saw a picture of what their life should really look like, and the Lord said to him, Restore them to their position of dominion, this position of rulership. Hence, the mandate is dominion, the method is the supernatural, and the teaching of the Word of God and the message of Christ. The birth of Irene Christian family. In 2017, the Lord said, "It's time to return to Nigeria and start the work Irene." He planted the work Irene in Accra in December 2017. Then he went to Lagos, Nigeria to do the first meeting in January 2018 and planted the first work in Ibadan. In November 2018, the Lagos church was inaugurated in Lekki. And in December 2019, another branch was inaugurated on the Lagos mainland. We have about 16 centers in total scattered around Nigeria and a few African countries. The Lord has been good all these years. He has done it in about 2 years and a few more. Our mandate is clear. It is to reach the world with the dominion mandate, to help them lead a life of dominion and equip them to help others do the same. This mandate is not only for Nigeria.
But I take
It is not only
keen
for
interest
Africa.
on
It is for
Bishop
all
Feyi's
humanity.
prophecy
So
because
to the
it's
world we
really,
go,
really popular.
and we go with
It
power.
really
He calls it
sprung him into
Agbara.
popularity at that time because it really sounded like, would I say, a story, a fairy tale? Because even him, when he was giving his prophecy, he said he understands or he knows or he thinks his prophecy sounds like a movie. So I would like for you to get a glimpse of that movie and then we progress into the video. This video, please bear with me, this video is going to be a long video, but I need you to understand these things so we build a fair foundation. We build a fair foundation where we can develop the story on.
If you understand many things I've said over the years, you begin to understand them by these things I say. About 2 years ago, you remember I told you that the second shall become the first. Do you remember? And by that I refer to the highest apex seat of power in Nigeria. And I didn't tell you that it's going to be 5 years time or in another government. I said in this government. That was all the Lord told me, and that was all I said. Today's date is what? Shout it. 19th of 2023. All right. If you ask me a straight question on the road and just say, Feyi, who will be the next president of Nigeria after Buhari? My answer will shock you, but you will understand later, because the ways of the prophet is different from the ways of man. If you ask me on the road, just walking on the road, and you did not ask me to explain anything, I say, sir, after Buhari, who is the next president of Nigeria? Do you know the name? I'll tell you. Yemi Osinbajo. I told you, I said my words will shock you. I know you are confused already. Believe me, it's my office. I say it again. Hear me carefully. If you ask me on the street, except there's always the will of man. But now, hear me carefully. Not the will of the people now. The will of the people has been sealed, as in looking into the sky. But if you ask me and say, after Buhari, who is the next president? Who will sit on the seat called the throne of Nigeria in Europe? I will tell you the name is Yemi Osinbajo. Except when the man says no. But mark my word, he will be offered. The presidential election will be peaceful. Don't be afraid. There will not be killings. Go out and vote. However, so because there is no money to buy vote, he will lose in the polls. But already there is a partnership with a man in the system that will cause the vote to be rigged. So suddenly I saw the numbers dropping, and I saw INEC announcing BAT as the winner. However, follow me. I even saw what he was wearing. He was announced winner, and we will see a video where we do like this. The video will trend. Because I've lived in a revolution is coming. A greater than NSAS is coming. People, the doors will be shut. You will not go to work. You will be in your houses. Future. Follow. He will be declared winner on falsehood. The Lord, I saw Peter will be crying, red eye in tears, proper tears. I saw article like this. I told article 4 years ago. I told this team 4 years ago that he will never become the president of Nigeria, and that's still written in stone. He will never. He will never. So there's nothing to bother. He should just go home and keep his money. But follow me carefully. A revolution is coming. A greater than MSAS is coming. People, the doors will be shut. You will not go to work. You will be in your houses. How will this revolution start? Hear me. How will the revolution start? Somehow the information will spill out that the election was rigged. Then the youth will get to the street. It won't just be Lagos. It will be almost every state of Nigeria. The youth will get to the street and they will start the protests. These protests will lead to a revolution. Hear me? Peter Obi will go to court. He will go to court. And the day for swearing him to Nubu will come. I saw white, I saw green. About to be sworn in that day. And everybody that I said is the next president will be rejoicing. They will say, yes, I told you. Prophet that don't see far, was I tell you, didn't I tell you Tinubu is the next president? And while at that event, it looks like a very open ground, like a stadium-like center. You know, I'm telling you what will happen. So, while at that event, military men will come in and they will arrest Tinubu. I'm playing the movie before you, Abi. So that you will know that prophecy is not just calling people's name. Mark my words. I'm speaking from my office. I'm not speaking by a gift. He'll be arrested. And at that point, an interim government will rule Nigeria. The interim government that will rule Nigeria would not be military. It's not a coup. The military will partner with the interim government and they would ask who should be put on the throne. Buhari will say, I'm done. I'm for peace. And he will say, make Oshibajo the next. Now, for fear of previous relationship of Oshibajo with Bat, Oshibajo might say, I don't want. If he says so, they will look for another. That's the only condition. But what I saw was that Oshibajo accepted and he became a president. But that side has a question mark, a condition to it. Are you loving the movie? Before the 29th, the swearing in day, when Bat will be taken. Before that day, when Bat will be taken, I saw Peter will be arrested and detained by DSS after the election. Because he's coming to play the role of somewhat like a Messiah, but not the way you define Messiah. And the way Messiah suffers, he must suffer. He'll be arrested and detained. When moment that is done, please stay in your houses. The moment that is done, the revolution and the riots will increase. There will be killings. There will be destruction of properties. As the days to the election comes by, you will see more PDP governors joining Biography. They might not declare publicly, but they will give him all the support that he needs. In the election, number one, in numbers of votes will be Obi. Number two will be Bat. Number three will be Atiku. However, like I told you, it will be rigged, and you hear number one is Bat, number two is Obi, number three is Atiku. I saw United Nations intervening.
And what he said during
After Tinubu is taken away, I think released for a while, he will also go to court. The interim government will not be long. No. The interim government will not be long, and after a while, the court will declare Obi as winner of the election. Then I saw Peter Obi in Aso Rock. I saw him giving speech as a president of Nigeria, but not May 29th.
Hit the news. When all the allegations hit the news, he was quick to come out and give his own 2 cents about the allegations. And being a man of God, a revered man of God at that, we had to go with the story because there was no proof at that time. So, but as the case evolved, things began to change. And from then on, things were never the same again. So you can see the evolvement, how things began when he came out to give his 2 cents and what happened next.
And there was news about you last year that people came upon. Some people have said that well, we cannot listen to this prophet because see the case he had with police and a member of his church and allegations of sexual abuse. How do you address those issues?
Okay, thank you for asking.
Yeah.
If you notice, there's no public statement on that.
Yeah, from you, yes.
From me,
yes.
no public statement from me on that. And the reason is that I was trained to handle controversies with silence.
Right.
That's what I was trained. And this didn't start now, started way back. You know, there was a time I was invited to preach for someone. I haven't been hosted. I got to my room, and to get into my room, I met somebody in my room. So I thought I got into the wrong room. I tried to leave the room. I looked at my right. I thought, these are my things. So what are you doing here, a lady? And by the time I looked back, I saw a camera behind me. I'm athletic. So I turned immediately and went after the guy that was holding the camera. The guy fell down, punched him. Did I punch him? It's not good to punch people as a pastor. And broke the
You
camera.
gave him a holy punch.
Holy punch.
Very
And all
good.
that.
Now that
That's
you
when
have
that
watched
started.
and see how
And so
he
the person
defended
that was
himself
used for
based
that
on the
later got into the
allegations that
public
were
and
leveled
I think
against him.
went into the media
You would
and
now
all that. So the case
understand
was to
that
the politician,
usually
but till
when things
date
happen,
is without
no
merit.
one,
Right.
I mean, no
And
one is
I just
an
moved on with
exception.
my life and just
Remember
continue doing
that
what
before
God has told
anybody
me
becomes a
to
man
do.
of God,
Because
first
if the
of
case was
all,
with
they are
merit,
humans, and they
most
are
likely I
all
should be in
liable to mistakes.
Jail.
Certain things happen to them
Yes,
just
ideally,
because
yes.
they are
But
at
people
the
say that in this
forefront.
society,
It
in Nigerian
doesn't mean
society,
that they cannot
powerful
fall
people
into
don't get powerful
temptations.
people. You are a
They
powerful
but
person. You
humans
run a church. People
and
respect
not
you. People love you.
supernatural.
And you're also
They can
wealthy.
fall
You're not
into temptations.
poor. You're
So
powerful.
guard
So
your
of
tongue
course,
when you talk
and there's
about
corruption in the system.
different men of God
So you might
when
have
they are
manipulated
being
the system
accused.
to ensure that the
Now,
outcome was
I know
favorable
that
to you.
the court
I'm not
of
saying that.
laws
I'm saying
in
that if
Africa
that's what people would say.
are not very much
Okay.
appraised.
All right,
But
that's
it
what
gets
people
to
may
a
think,
point
but that's
where
not
no matter how much
what happened,
you
and
want
that's
to
not what
shield the truth.
I did.
Right.
it will
Right.
not
So there is no merit to these
I
accusations
am
in
not
any
making
form.
this
No merit in any form. I
You
got
answered it with
to
silence because you
castigate
knew where these
anyone
allegations were
or
coming
to
from.
make
100%.
anyone
Right.
feel bad. I am here to draw the lessons we can learn from this video. The first lesson we should be learning from this video is for us to have it in mind that our prophets, our bishops, our pastors, the men of God, the servants of God, the preachers, the teachers are all humans and they can be liable. They can be liable to mistakes. They have feelings. They have blood running through in their veins. They see, they admire, they like, they desire. And when a time like this comes, they may not be able to hold back. And as a result, they will fall into temptation and then disaster will strike him. So no matter how you look at it, learn and always have this at the back of your mind. Your prophets, your pastors, your teachers, your evangelists, or whatever you call them, your man of God, they all have feelings. And sometimes they would fall into temptations. Listen, do not always try to spiritualize everything. Before being a spiritual leader, he is a man of God. He is a human being. Excuse me. He is a human being. He has feelings. He has blood running through his veins. And if triggered by the things he sees, desires will build up in his head, in his heart, in his mind. He will begin to desire things that are not spiritual. And from that time, you can't stop a man when he starts to desire certain things. So please, stop pushing the narrative that he is a man of God and cannot be guilty of certain things. So now that he has been accused, he comes out, he denies the accusation, he tries to spiritualize everything, that there are attacks against him. And now there's been proof, and court has arraigned him and tried him, and judgment is out. And this judgment did not favor him. So as we speak, I needed to bring out the update about the bishop, because there are some people who are still not aware of what's going on with the bishop. I just need you to watch this video and then I'll be back to conclude. So now that you have seen for yourselves, you now know where Feyi. Oh, sorry. You now know where Bishop Feyi
was arrested. He molested a lot of young girls from his church. Now the case is still in Alagbon. And Feyi Daniels had the audacity to preach in church and use these children as his scapegoats. Now he has sued the victims. A case that is with Alagbon station. He has the audacity to sue the victims. Now this is what is going on. We allow the abusers to have the upper hand. And the victims are re-traumatized and they're suffering. What's going on? What's going on? We're enabling perpetrators in this country. That is the reason why they think they are untouchable. Nigerian police, why is Feyi Daniels intimidating victims? Why his case is in Alagbon?
They are not men of God. It's not that they will not call.
Thank you.
It's not a thing of spirituality. It's physical. When they see something, they get into their mind, they begin to make
Yeah.
desire.
Feyi Daniels sentenced
It is natural.
today at the sexual
As long
offences
as the men of
court
God are
Ikeja.
natural, as long as they have feelings, they are liable to fall into any kind of temptation, especially the ones that involve the other gender. It is very, very important you know that you are not iron. Your man of God is not Superman. He is a natural man. So have that at the back of your mind. So with all of this that we have seen on the video, and I believe that we now have a full understanding and the whereabouts of our beloved bishop. So as always, if you have anything to say, make use of the comment section, but do so politely. You don't need to be rude to explain or to express yourself. You just need to be polite. We are level-headed people on this platform, so you need to be polite when you give out your 2 cents. Like and share my videos as always. Thank you and see you on the next one. Bye.